The New York Knicks will beat the Detroit Pistons because we'll tell you that in a second. But first, if you want the Knicks to beat the Pistons, go down right now and hit that thumbs up icon. I'm excited for this series to get started. And game one is this Saturday. And we're going to be live on the channel. And I want to see you there. So subscribe and hit that thumbs up icon. The Knicks will beat the Pistons if Mikal Bridges plays like Mikal Bridges. And I'm talking about the Bridges that the New York Knicks gave up not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but the control of 6 first-round picks for. You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Let's dive into it. Mikal Bridges is my X factor going into this series. He is going to be the guy that decides this series for the Knicks. Whether he plays good, the Knicks are going to win. If they don't, it's going to be a long series, and this might be Cade Cunningham's moment. His number one job, though, in this series is to slow down Cade Cunningham, and that is an awful lot to ask of any player in the NBA to slow down Cade. He had an awesome season. This was his coming out party. He's most likely going to win the most improved player, and he might even be an all-NBA guy. I mean, he put up 26.1 points per game this year, averaging 9.1 assists to 4.4 turnovers, and he was extremely efficient, 46.9% from the floor and 35.6% from three. He was way better against the Knicks. So in the 4 games versus the Knicks, he upped his scoring average from 26 to 31. His turnovers were nearly sliced in half to 2.5, and he shot better than 50%, 56% from the deck and north of 52% from downtown. He had his way against the New York Knicks. But when he was guarded by Mikal Bridges, that was when he had the most trouble. Bridges guarded Cade Cunningham, I thought, really good this year. Over 100 possessions. Cade scored 19 points on 21 shots when being guarded by Bridges, according to the NBA.com tracking data, which sometimes could be off, but it's the only thing we can really look at. Shot 38.1% for the floor when guarded by Bridges. Shout out to Mikal. Shot well from 3 of 5 from there, but overall, if you can hold Cunningham to 38% from the floor this series, that's going to be a major win for Bridges. And he's got to do a better job, at least Mikal does, on making life a little tougher for Cade when it comes to forcing turnovers. He only had 2 turnovers forced compared to 12 assists. Did a really good job on him, and he's going to slow him down, and at least to the best visibility, but it's not just going to be Bridges that I think is going to be guarding Cade. I think you're going to get a steady diet of both Bridges and OG Anunoby. I think Anunoby is the best perimeter wing defender in the NBA, and more than just a wing defender, he can guard every single position on the floor, and it would be dumb if Tibbs did not at least throw Cunningham throw OG Cunningham's way at least every once in a while, and maybe down the stretch when Cunningham's trying to bully his way into the paint, because he could do that a little bit against a guy like Mikal Bridges. So number one, you got to slow down or make life tough for Cunningham. And number two, be aggressive. Like, the Pistons are going to do everything they can to not let Jalen Brunson beat them single-handedly. They're going to blitz him. They're going to double team him. They're going to triple team him. They're going to load up on his side of the floor. The Knicks are going to need to have somebody that could take the ball out of Brunson's hands and score and be efficient and facilitate. And that's why you go out and make a trade for Bridges, to be that guy. He has to find a way to produce when the Pistons are taking away Jalen Brunson. When you look at what Bridges did as a Knick this year, it is a huge difference between when Mikal Bridges is playing good and when Mikal Bridges is playing bad, in the sense of when he plays good, the New York Knicks, they win. And they win a lot. The Knicks this year ended up being 50-31. In the 50 wins that the Knicks had this year, 19.2 points per game for Bridges, 4 assists. Shot 15.1 field goals and shot 52.2% from the field and 39.5% from three. But in losses, Mikal Bridges averaged just 15.5 points per game, averaged just 3.5 assists per game, and only shot the ball 13.8 times. And the efficiency fell off a cliff from 52.2% to 46.3%, from 39.5% from three to 28.1% from three. So Bridges, when he plays well, the Knicks win. When the Knicks lose, Mikal Bridges does not play so well. Let's run through some stats here. The Knicks were 13-1 this year when Mikal Bridges scored more than 25 points in a game. They were 23-7 when he scored 20 or more points in a ball game. They were 18-6 when he made 3 or more threes in a game. They were 35-12 when he made 2 or more threes in a game. So when he shoots the ball, when he makes shots, and he scores points, they win. They were 16-19 when Bridges made less than 2 threes in the game. So when he made 1 3 or did not make a 3 at all, they had a losing record. But they were 13-33 when he shot 50% or better from the floor. They were 18-4 when he shot better than 60% from the floor. And I know we're talking about efficiency here, but it really just comes down to overall aggressiveness. The Knicks were 29-14 when Bridges shot more than 6 threes in a ball game this year. Not made 6 threes, just shot 6 of them. They're 23-8 when he shoots 16 plus shots in a game. So if he just shoots the ball 16 times, they're on pace to have one of the best regular season records of all time. But on the other side of things, they're just 17-14 when Bridges shot 13 or fewer shots in a ball game. The success of the New York Knicks teeters on the shoulders of Mikal Bridges. Moral of the story, go out and be aggressive. Look for your shot. Hunt your shot. Stop buying real estate in the corner and never going on vacation. We need Mikal Bridges to be much more than a corner boy if the Knicks want to beat the Pistons. I'm not saying he's got to average 25. I'm not saying he's got to average 20. But I need him to be aggressive. And I need for him to look for his shot and do the best he can on Cade Cunningham. At the end of the series, we're going to look back and we're going to say one of two things. Mikal Bridges played well and the Knicks won. Or Mikal Bridges did not play well and the Knicks lost. I really think it's that simple. Show Mikal some love, though. It's been an up and down season with maybe more downs than ups. And I've been extremely critical of him and probably unfairly. He didn't trade 6 first-round picks for himself. The Knicks did. And that's a standard we've all held him to, which I do think is fair. But now is the time for him to rewrite the narrative that all New York Knicks fans think of him. Show him some love. Give me some 25s down in the comments section. Coming up next, we got to talk more about this series and another way I think the Knicks are going to win. But first, I got to give a major shout out to our proud sponsor, Factor. When you use our promo code KnicksChat50 off, you get 50% off your first order. If you live a busy lifestyle like I do and you're trying to prioritize your health in 2025, you got to get hooked up with Factor. Factor is awesome. Fresh, never frozen meals. You just put them in your refrigerator and they're ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes. It's also awesome where you get to pick your pre-made meals, which are prepped and cooked to perfection. If you're looking to continue your keto diet, they have that type of option. If you're looking for a diet with a lot of protein, they have Protein Plus diets as well. I'm someone that puts a lot of time into my overall health. I have to. But I don't always have the most time to go to the grocery store or prep my groceries or meal prep. Factor, they do all of that for me. The food tastes awesome. It's healthy and it's fresh and it's never frozen and it makes my life a heck of a lot easier. And you can get hooked up with them by getting hooked up with Factor. Go to factormeals.com/KnicksChat50 off and use that promo code KnicksChat50 off to get 50% off your first order. All of that information will be clickable down in the comments and description of today's show. Support the show, support the sponsor, be a real one. The third quarter is something that I am going to be looking at very closely in this series. Prior to the win against the Brooklyn Nets, the New York Knicks had lost 9 of their last 13 third quarters. And I believe the third quarter is the biggest quarter in basketball outside of the last 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. And the Knicks, they were 38-20 when they won the third quarter. When they win the third quarter, they almost double the amount of wins that they do losses. Third quarters are where contenders flex their muscles. I always think about the Golden State Warriors with Steph Curry, Steve Kerr, Draymond Green, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, and all those guys, and Andre Iguodala. They dominated the third quarter every single time. That's when you go to halftime and your coach has adjustments and your players are able to watch film and they're able to look at the game and change the way they're playing or double down on the way they are playing. Championship teams own the third quarter. Knicks haven't done that of late. Overall, did a good job this season, but if they're going to win this series, they got to be good in the third quarter. And I say all that to say Tom Thibodeau has to outcoach JB Bickerstaff if they want to win this playoffs. To be quite honest with you, there's no reason that Tibbs shouldn't be able to get the best of him. He already did it 2 years ago where the Knicks took down the Cleveland Cavaliers in 5 games. Tibbs is a better coach than JB Bickerstaff. Even if you're not the biggest Tibbs guy like I am, we can all admit that. And one thing Tibbs has to do is, 1, make life tough for Cade, but 2, guard the perimeter. And guard it better than the New York Knicks have really this year. The Knicks have struggled when it comes to doing so and guarding the perimeter. And the Pistons, they have plenty of guys that can light it up from 3. Cade has done a really good job against the Knicks this year. Malik Beasley is shooting better than 41% from downtown. Tim Hardaway Jr., he can get shots up. And Tobias Harris, he's known to knock down threes outside of when he's wearing a Philadelphia 76ers uniform. The Pistons shot 41.3% from 3 against the Knicks this year, and that is why they were able to be 3-1 against the Knicks. That's why they got the better of them. Malik Beasley in 2 games pretty much carried the Pistons to victory. Like, think about this. The Pistons shot 41.3% from the three-point line against the Knicks. The Knicks overall had the 25th best three-point defense. They were bottom 6, and they allowed teams to shoot 36.7%. So if you are a bottom 6 three-point defending team, and that equals up to 36.7%, and the Pistons ended up shooting 41% from 3 against you, that's a major problem. You can't let them just light you up, or you're going to lose this series. And it starts with Malik Beasley. Beasley had a lot of success against the Knicks this year. In 24 minutes per game over 4 games, he averaged 15.8 points per game and shot 55.6% from downtown. And he shot nearly 7 threes per night. You cannot let Beasley go off against you. You can't let him catch open threes and fire him. He is money from the corners. You got to close out. You got to extend your defense. And you got to find a way to not let them just dominate you from downtown. Because if you do, it's going to be a short series. Knicks can't contend with a team that's shooting 42% from 3 every single night. My 5 quick keys to victory that if you missed our pregame or our preview video, which you should go watch on the channel, we'll break it down quickly. You don't let Cade Cunningham have his moment. He already had to sit down with Shams Charania saying he thinks he's one of the best players in the world. There's not many players better than him. And he knows in his first playoffs against the Knicks at Madison Square Garden, if he's able to take down the 3 seed, he's going to launch himself into another stratosphere and be looked at as a superstar in this league. We just talked about it, but the 3-point defense has to be much better. Like, if you allow the Pistons to shoot 40%, you're really shrinking your percentages to win this series. Slow down Cade and let the 3-point defense be better. Because if not, we won't get to see what it looks like in round 2. Be the tone setters. There's been a lot of talk about how the Pistons are physical and the Pistons are feisty and they're young and they're hungry. You're the New York Knicks. You're supposed to be the tone setters. You're supposed to be the junkyard dogs. You're supposed to be the ones that initiate and set the tone. I want to see the Knicks do that. Mikal has to step up. We talked about it at the beginning. Mikal has to be better than he was in the regular season. Like, the stats say what they do. When he's good and aggressive, the Knicks win. When he's bad and he's passive, they lose. So be good and aggressive. At least just be aggressive. If you're aggressive and you miss shots, you know what? Oh, well. But at least go down swinging. And Jalen Brunson, how great can you be? So often in the NBA, we talk, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. It's probably like 80% of the time the team with the best player wins the series. And if Brunson outplays Cade Cunningham in this series, the New York Knicks will be going on to round 2. Who do you got? Who's winning this series? Is it the New York Knicks? Is it the Detroit Pistons? Type K for the Knicks, type P for the Pistons, and let me know. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram at Marshall Green _. I'm going to be live tweeting throughout the games. I'll be putting content out as well over there, and I want you guys to interact with it. So make sure you're following me. Hit that thumbs up icon on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you have not, and let's go Knicks.